help you guys with these activities that I have planned out for you guys. Alright, so I'm going to start you guys off with a little joke. Does anyone know how much a polar bear weighs? Anybody? Any guesses?
Below
Yes.
0.
Below 0. It's a good answer, but it's enough to break the ice. Bless you. When the music starts, we're actually gonna walk around. So I'll demonstrate. We'll walk around, and the first person who stops with their pose, everyone else needs to stop as well. But we need to keep walking until everyone has stopped with that same exact pose. Do you guys understand? Anything I can clarify on? Any questions? No? So the first person that stops? Yes, the first person that stops with their pose must continue on with that pose until everyone has copied their pose. Yes. All right. We got it? We're good? Okay. Go ahead, please.
Dancing now, singing like girl, you know what show
Walk around. Where? Okay, and then we all stop. Alright, so we stay this way, alright, okay. So now that you got the hang of it, you can let your arms down. We're actually going to do this one more time, okay? So, go ahead. Okay, walk around. Whatever you guys want, whatever someone has. Okay, perfect. Alright, so gather around in the middle again. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make it a little bit harder. So it's the same idea, but now we're going to be walking and make a sharp turn. Wherever you're walking, in whatever direction that you want. Okay? So once the music starts, we're going to be doing that again. So just keep in mind whatever pose you have, and we'll try to alternate within each other so everyone has a chance. Alright? Go ahead. Alright, good job guys. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to put these tables back together. And what we're going to do now is we're going to discuss this activity. And if someone could please write the title on the top, it was called We Connect. Alright. Yeah, just right there. Alright. So I'm going to give you guys anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes. And you guys are going to discuss from the bottom up what we did, how we did it, and try to see if you can figure out why we did it. Alright? Is there anything I can clarify on? No? Alright, your 2 minutes starts now. What would be some motives or some intentions as to why we did this activity? Get to know each other. That's fun.
To see how someone could impact the whole group.
Yeah, exactly. Now that we have this, we have our what we did, our how we did it, and why we did it. I can put this up here. And now I'm able to draw for you guys. What we did was basically some yoga, some poses. We did it randomly, and we did it because we wanted to get to know each other and impact each other and lead and follow. And that's one thing I would really like to focus on, is because there's a difference between a leader and those who lead. A leader is usually someone in authority, someone for the name, for the money, but then there are those who lead, who have the motive and the passion to lead. I'll hand you guys a piece of paper, and you are going to fold it into 4 squares. So, taco, hamburger, hamburger, hamburger? Yeah. Okay. So, fold that into 4 squares. There you guys go. And each of you is going to get a pencil. Okay. So now that we folded it into 4 squares, like so, your top square is going to be number 1, if you guys can label that, please. And number 1 is going to be your hobby. What you do on your free time, what you do for fun, your passion. And number 2 is going to be your favorite place to visit. Where you guys like to go during the summer, family vacations. And your third box down here, number 3, is going to be a memory that you've enjoyed with your friend or family. And your fourth box here is going to be a future goal, what you have in mind when you grow up, when you graduate. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes to do that. When the music starts, you guys may begin. Is there anything I can clarify on? Alright. Alright, does anybody need more time? Anyone? More time? No. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to go around and we are going to share. So, Rocio, what did you have for your 4 boxes?
For my hobby, I said baking. For my favorite place to visit, Mexico. My memory is meeting Chiquis Rivera. My future goal is to study abroad in a Spanish-speaking country.
Nice. Is that?
My hobby is sleeping. I like to visit Texas. My favorite memory with a friend or family is when we went to National Convention. Yes. And my future goal is to become a neonatal nurse.
Alright. Mitzi?
My hobby is to eat tacos. My favorite place to visit is Disneyland. My memory is National Convention. And my future goal is to become a YouTuber.
A YouTuber.
My hobby is watching YouTube videos.
Maybe you can watch Mitzi, and that becomes your job.
I like to visit San Francisco. My favorite memory is going to Washington, D.C. with my friends. And I would like to visit Mount Holly.
Nice. Wilson?
I like playing any type of game. I love traveling to Arizona, where my grandparents live. The memory was connecting with my dad, and I want to become a teacher.
Maida?
My hobby is acting. My favorite place to visit is the beach. My memory is my first roller coaster, and I'm on my master's degree in administration.
Nice. Okay, so what I put down is that my hobby is couponing. I put little dollar signs. My favorite place to visit is Bass Lake. My memory is actually National Convention. I put little raindrops because it was raining, and there was a lot of thunder on the way while I was on the plane. My fourth box here, my future plans are to attend Fresno State. This is my little bulldog. It looks like a bear, but it's a bulldog. Okay, so now that we've all shared, we're going to go back to our boards that we have here. And again, we are going to explain what we did, how we did it, and why we did it. Alright? So just the same as last time. This time I'm going to give you about 2.5 minutes for you guys to brainstorm, alright? So when the music starts, we're going to begin. Is there anything, any questions? No? Alright, you guys may begin. Anything else for the how? Alright, so we're good on that one, and now let's move on to the why we did it. Why do you guys think we did this activity? Thinking back onto what we did and how we did it. Get to know each other, yeah? Anything else? Any other ideas? Let's try to answer maybe why this would be important in a group setting.
Maybe seeing like in which things we relate, because they all had like, or you also had like all of similar events.
Yeah, so relatability. Yeah, and it can also point out our differences. Alright, so are you guys good with this? You guys are happy? Anybody else like to add anything onto the board? Okay. Anything? Alright, so moving on, we have the same idea here of our little diagram that we have in the back. Except it's just a little bit different. Okay. So we got to know each other. That's what we did, right? I just put got to know. And the way we did it was that we drew and we took some notes on our favorite things. Okay. And why we did it is because we wanted to get to know each other, right? We're in this group setting and we want to see both our differences and our similarities like you guys mentioned. So, wait. Now, I actually want to refer this activity back to your own personal lives. Specifically, where are some places in your life that this happens? At school. And where specifically in the school might this happen? Where you're in a group setting, you guys talk about your similarities, your differences, what you guys enjoy doing maybe on the weekend when you come back on Monday from school.
In our classroom.
In a classroom, yeah. So this is going to be our next little bubble here. In our classroom. Okay, so this has a meaning in the end, I promise. So we're going to move on to our next activity. And what this activity is called It's called the tape ball game. All right, so we're going to go around and we're going to number each other from 1 to 7. Okay? So I'll start. I'm number 1. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now what I need you guys to do is to mix up with each other and make sure you're not sitting next to anybody. Hold on. Make sure you're not sitting next to anybody with a number that comes before or after your own number. Any questions? All right, you guys can go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around one more time, say our numbers, and make sure we're not sitting next to anybody who has our number. So 1, 4, 7, 6. Okay, perfect. All right, so who was 2? Okay, so since I'm 1, I'm going to toss this tape ball to 2, like that. And she's going to toss it to 3. So who is 3? And then 4? Who's 4? 5? 6? 7? And then back to 1. All right, so we're going to do that one more time. Try to remember the person who comes before and after you, all right? So I'm going to say Maite.
Gotcha.
Lizette.
Okay, so just about I'm going to give this ball to the number 3 person. Okay, so now Dalton is going to hand that off to the number 4 person, and I'm going to hand mine off to the number 2. So we're just going to keep going, but this time with 2 balls, okay? So Maite.
Gotcha.
Lizette.
All right, perfect. It got back to me. So now we're going to do this, but we're going to try to see if we can go around twice without stopping, okay? There you go. Maite?
Gotcha.
Lizette. Lizette.
Oh, Maite.
No.
Gotcha.
Lizette.
Maite.
Gotcha.
Lizette.
All right, so we went around 3 times. So the same thing with this activity. Is there something that you guys saw? Anything?
Get to memorize it.
Yeah, we had to memorize things. Anything else you guys want to mention? Yeah, we had to juggle 2 balls. Anything else? All right, so now that we're kind of brainstorming, we're going to do another one of these poster boards one last time, and we're going to describe again what we did, how we did it, and why we did it. All right? So are there any questions? Anything I can clarify on? All right, so again, once that music starts, we're gonna go ahead and begin for a minute and a half. All right, go ahead. So what did we do? What was it that we did? We threw the balls around. Threw balls. How did we do that? Labeling each other. Anything else about how we did it? What else did we numbered each other, yeah, but what was the next step into making sure it got done? What was that? Separated ourselves. So separated. And what was the next step after that?
Memorizing the different.
Memorize, yeah.
You said the next person's name.
And you said the next person's name. So we spoke, we communicated with one another. Communicate. Okay. Now, what did we have down for the why?
Learn to communicate.
Learn communication. And Dalton, you said a really good one in the beginning.
Juggle responsibilities.
Yep, juggle responsibilities. Okay, so looking at these three major topics here, what, how, and why, what are some things that our descriptions fall under maybe at school or at home? So when would we need to communicate with people or learn to communicate and kind of juggle maybe our responsibilities?
We're working group projects.
Group projects. And I want to focus on that word is projects. Okay? So here specifically with FFA, we're talking about projects. And who said it was hands-on? Was that? Or Mitzi? Yeah? Okay. So right here, our most hands-on activity that we have in the FFA is our SAE. Alright? So now that we've kind of finished our activities, I want to discuss on this model that we have here. And what do you guys see? How do you guys describe this? 3 circles. Alright? So what this is actually called, it's called the 3-ring model. And what it does is that it actually describes ag education. All right, ag. Okay, and what we talked about were leadership skills, right? For our first activity in We Connect, we talked about our leadership skills, and in our next one, we did our Foursquare, and that was to get to know each other. And in the next one, we did the balls, and that was to learn to communicate well. All right, and if we keep this in mind, we're able to see that our leadership skills are very important in order to learn new things in the classroom, in order to become hands-on and responsible and able to follow on with those responsibilities and be able to manage our different responsibilities within our SAE. So as these 3 kind of combine, do you guys see the relation between the 3 activities that we just did? Alright, so they each have their own circle that they represented. And the reason why I wanted you guys to label what we did, how we did it, and why we did it was because people do not buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Okay? So just keep that in mind. People do not buy what you do. You can say, we threw balls. Okay, and what else? They buy why you do it. If you go up to someone and say, I'm learning communication skills, and that's going to better me as a person, then there's that interest, that spark that people have. So I want to leave you guys with this. If you really want to grow and develop, make sure you hit people with that idea, that motive, that of why you're doing it. Because they don't buy what you do, but why you do it. Thank you. That's it.
Good job.